believe I'm saying this, but it's officially been 1 year since I owned my Tesla Model 3, and I thought it would be a good idea to make a video about my experience. This is not a tech channel, so don't expect too much detail, but I can get some details to it, but don't expect too much, just letting you guys know. So I want to share my personal opinion because I'm a customer, so you know, I am someone who has been wanting a Tesla for so long that I got it. So that's why I want to be sharing, like, do I have regrets, do I not have regrets, like what I like about it, what I not like about it after owning for a year. And before we get started, I want to mention this is no way sponsored by Tesla. Like, I would be nice, but no. Although I say that, I have a referral link that I'm gonna put down below. You don't have to do anything, but in case you're ordering something from Tesla, do use my link because I could use those miles for my road trips. So I'm gonna be moving soon. I'm definitely gonna need all those miles, so please do help a brother out. That sounds like begging, but yeah, I definitely need that. Anyways, electricity is expensive in other places, so without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with the good ones, then we can get into like the regrets, I guess. So driving is actually one of the greatest thing about this car. And let me first by saying that lots of electric cars are so great when you switch from gas to electric. It's just like that torque, the instant torque that you just press the gas and just goes. It's just so cool, and like it never gets old. And I say this now, maybe I will get old later, I don't know. It's just so fun. I absolutely love it. But I just think comparing to even other electric vehicles, Tesla is so great because that one pedal driving is just so amazing. I absolutely love it. I rarely use brakes, but I am in Miami, so people drive horribly. I constantly actually have to use brakes, but not Tesla's fault. And what I want to say also about one pedal driving is, because in case you don't know, lots of electric cars technically they do have brake, but it automatically brakes for you as soon as you let your feet off the gas, and it just brakes. It puts it back into the battery, and that's how it becomes like one pedal driving essentially. So it's great in that aspect, and that's why it also puts less pressure on you. Like whenever you're going to the full stop or when you're at the traffic light, you're not putting the brake, like you're just like, you let go, like it's holding it for you. It's so cool. I just love it. And maneuvering, going every place and all, it's great. One downside, this is kind of related to driving, and that's why I'm gonna say it. I don't think it's necessarily fault of this car, this specific car, but I realized this from my experience because I had like Tesla Model Y rental. Because it is more like a crossover and like it's higher seat vehicle, and also like I think the suspension is different, it certainly feels much better when it comes to driving. Some potholes and like, I don't know, just overall this is still great, but I think because it's sedan, you definitely feel more potholes and like other stuff around the car. But I think Model Y is definitely more comfortable, but I don't think this is necessarily fault of this car. It's just a sedan. I feel like with sedan you're gonna feel it. Let's talk charging. This is the charging port that you use. Honestly, very simple. It's very convenient and effortless because there are so many superchargers everywhere. But this is one thing I would say, and I would recommend this to any EV owner who wants to own an EV. If you don't have like charging infrastructure in your building, like to actually plug it in, I wouldn't recommend getting an EV. Because yes, superchargers are everywhere, but like now there are more EVs out there and like more Teslas out there. There's going to be a line to charge your car, and you're not supposed to use like the supercharger as like a gas station. You're supposed to use like regular charging infrastructure that you have in your building, in your complex, or in your home. It's just like regular small outlet that you can use to charge it overnight, or like level 2 chargers, which my building has, and it's like slow, but it can take like maybe 8 hours to charge overnight. I know it sounds like a lot, but like I just put it overnight. I don't have to think about it. Next day it's full. The thing that is so cool about this car is the tech. It's just your phone is the key, and you control pretty much everything from your phone. Like now look at it. This is my phone. That's the key. Now we're just gonna get next to my car. There it is. And I just got in and ready to drive. Adding on to that, lots of people are like, oh, what am I gonna do at the supercharger if it is taking longer? There's like so much stuff you can do right over here that I want to show you guys. So like there's Apple Music, obviously, there's Spotify, and there's also theater. This is the part I like the most. There's Netflix, Hulu, Disney, YouTube, and on top of it, there are even games that you can actually try. There's karaoke too. Toy box. I love the toy box because you can like try many things. Like there's light show and everything, and obviously the arcade. And this is where you have like the games that you can play. I absolutely love this game. Like this Beach Buggy. I said buddy. So fun. Like I'm just saying. Like this is like. Really, it's like an actual game that you can play. It is so fun, and you can use your like this like wheel actually to play. Like how fun is that? I'm just saying, I feel like many times I have actually watched my shows in here, not to charge honestly, because I never needed to charge here, but like whenever I'm like eating something, like if I'm on a lunch break and I have to eat something and like I just eat in my car and like then I'm watching my Netflix, you know? Like how convenient is that? Last I'm gonna talk about the range, then we're gonna get into like the things I don't like. I would say range is actually more than enough for me. I think this is about 272 miles at the time that I bought it, I think. That is more than enough for daily driver. No one is driving over 200 miles. Okay, one thing I will clarify though, I know some people, or actually lots of people, you drive over the speed limit. Yes, you are gonna end up using more of the mileage for sure. But if you don't drive like crazy, you will be fine. Like if the road is like, I don't know, like speed limit is 65 and you're going on like 75, you will be fine. Or like if the speed limit is like 70 and you're going like on an 80, you will be fine. But also like I'm not driving like more than 50 miles a day. I maybe drive like 10 miles. Like I never drive that many miles. Maybe sometimes I drive like 20 miles depending on the time, if I'm going to North Miami Beach or something like that. But usually I don't drive that much. So this is more than enough for me. I usually don't have to charge it. Like if I don't have to, honestly, like because it's recommended to charge every week because this is the battery, LFP battery. But like if I don't need, like I could go without like maybe 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks, no charging, and still using it every single day. I will be totally fine. But I do weekly, 100%, because that's what's recommended for this battery. To the part that I don't like so much, this windshield wipers. I think probably the Honda Civic that I rented when I first got my license is probably better than this. I'm serious, guys. This windshield wipers is probably the worst that has ever been made. Let me go inside and show you guys and talk about it. So it has a bunch of functions. You guys see it's like, you know, regular. Then there's auto. Auto is absolutely worse. I'm serious, guys. Absolutely the worst. There have been times it has been pouring and some reason my Tesla's like, oh, like you don't need your wipers on, like you're fine. Like I could not see, like I cannot see the road. Like, do you want me to get into an accident? Like I don't see, like it's so bad. And now look at the part, like if it tries to clean, it's just absolutely shit. I'm gonna try it. It's, I mean, today maybe, you see, right? It's, okay. It's trying, like I think it's trying for sure. But like maybe today is like, is a clear day, but you see that. I just don't think this is a good windshield wipers. Like I always have to use the windshield fluid, like a lot. I'm serious, guys, because sometimes like I'm just like, what is going on? Today, maybe it's just like it's a sunny day or something, like, but then God forbid if it is a cloudy day or it's raining and try using your windshield wipers, it probably would make it worse. Just saying. And then this is the one that lots of people actually consider when they get the Tesla, Autopilot. I put this one last because it's not necessarily like, I wouldn't necessarily say like it's like 100% plus and I love it, because I think I just have mixed opinions about it. Because I think the way it's been advertised, definitely not full self-driving, and I don't have the full self-driving beta. You have to pay extra for that. I just have the basic Autopilot. That's what I have. And what I would say is, for stop and go traffic, absolutely great. But I think over the past couple updates, since they changed it from the LiDAR or like this whatever the sensors they have to vision based, meaning only cameras, there have been times they call it phantom braking, meaning all of a sudden it just brakes in the middle of the highway or whatever if you're on autopilot. Hasn't happened to me, but there have been occasions that braking has been really bad, guys. Like, we were going on a 60 like on the road, and all of a sudden the car in front of me is braking. I am slamming my brakes. Instead of like going like easy, it's slamming the brakes. That's why many times I was afraid, and I'm like, I'm gonna get rear-ended. I'm definitely gonna get rear-ended. I think it has its glitches. I think it's gonna get better for sure. But would I be relying on it 100%? No. But let's just say some days and like it's just lots of traffic, or just like, you know, it's just like a regular road, and like you're doing road trip and there's no one on the road and like only a few cars or something, and it's like 100 miles straight. Perfect. It will maneuver, it will turn around, it will go. It's just great. That aspect, I will 100% give it 10 out of 10. So that is the end of this video. I just summarized on what I actually like and what I don't really like. You guys can see it's not too many. Overall, I have amazing car and I love this car. Only thing I'm disappointed is the pricing that just keeps changing, because I was kind of considering getting a Model Y. But, you know, you can have it all, so it is fine. But Elon Musk, figure out what's going on with the pricing, because that pricing is like kind of a lot. That hurts my wallet, but whatever. Other than that, I think I'm good. Anyway, so if you guys do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you do want to buy anything from Tesla, use my referral link so you can get a discount, and I will also get something too.